Well, the end game is hopefully to get President Biden to act. You know, Republican governors have been trying to get him to do that for well over a year, Phil. You know, I've been to the border 5 different times. I've been down there when you had the federal government and state governments working to secure the border, and then I've been down there, unfortunately, in times like yesterday where you have a state having to act on its own because this president will not act. Well, listen, I'll let Governor Abbott and his lawyers speak to the law. I mean, he makes some very powerful points yesterday during our press conference. You know, we obviously had a briefing on the legal side of Texas's argument, but also a briefing from their law enforcement officials and their adjutant general of the National Guard about what they're doing. And what I saw on the ground was a lot different than the pictures you've seen a week, 2 weeks ago, when you had literally thousands of people that were coming across illegally into our country, where yesterday, I mean, basically nothing is happening down there other than people going back and forth legally on the bridge ahead of where we were standing next to the riverbank. So obviously what Governor Abbott is doing is working for them. The problem is he is one state. We need this president to act and protect the whole southern border across multiple states in our country. Well, there's no doubt that we are standing with Greg Abbott. I was thinking to myself yesterday, what would I do if I was governor of Texas? What would any of the other, 24, 25 Republican governors that signed the letter supporting him do? What would Democratic governors do if this was happening in their state? I mean, that's why the American people are so upset. This is not a partisan issue. You have got blue state mayors or blue city mayors lining up complaining about this influx of illegal people that are coming into our country, along with the Republican governors, and you have a president and administration that either doesn't get it or just simply does not want to act. I mean, this is something I mentioned in I mentioned in the Q&A yesterday. This is not, just a election year tactic. We've been pushing for this for well over a year and longer. Well, I think that shows you how political and concerned the Biden White House is because they know the vast majority of the American people are just really upset about what's happening at the southern border. I would remind you that the Biden administration had complete control of the Congress from 2020 to 2022 and did absolutely nothing because they did not care about this issue. So I don't know what's going to happen on the bill. You know, I was on an airplane trying to get back to the great state of Georgia last night, so I haven't seen all the specifics. I know there's pushback. So, I mean, I don't know if something gets done or it doesn't, but that doesn't really matter. The president can act regardless of the legislation with policies that will stem this flow of illegal immigration in our country, and that's all we're calling on him to do. Look, we stand ready to work with him on this issue. Well, look, if I was in the Trump campaign's position, I'd be doing the same thing. And if I was Nikki Haley, I'd probably be doing the same thing she's done. I mean, there's a process that we have as a Republican. I don't think we need to be, dictating who our nominee is going to be. That's got to be done through a process that will help us, at the end of the day, unite and beat Joe Biden. And so, we'll see what happens. A long way to go still to South Carolina, and doesn't look like anybody's budging right now. Well, we'll see what happens with all the court cases that are going on. I think polling shows that if he is indeed convicted, there could potentially be real problems with his ability to win. But as you know, everyone in this country is innocent until proven guilty. Well, I think that I would definitely have concerns about voting for someone that has been convicted. Now, let me be clear too. I think a lot of these things have been politically motivated, so we got to let the process play out. And I wouldn't want to speculate, on one potential case over another.